Ladies and gentlemen, we are live here at the Dover, Delaware, Dover Motor Speedway, live on the Booty Scoot Racing Network for the Madness Racing League Cup Series STI Johnson Truckin' 100. Gonna be a blast here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. You're looking down at the number 4 of Kevin Tanko's. Kevin Tanko's already won 2 races this season, excuse me, from Hawthorne, New Jersey, driving that Budweiser machine. Locked himself into the MRL Cup Series playoffs, making his MRL Cup Series debut from Gold Canyon, Arizona. That's Blake Hochschild in the number 29 Paint Hoss machine. These guys go around the racetrack. There's the boogeyman, your mom's favorite driver from Greer, South Carolina, the 29-year-old out here in his Great Gains machine. That'll come and seclude the end of practice here. Ladies and gentlemen, we are getting ready to go live and racing here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. You don't want to miss a thing. Make sure you're staying around, ladies and gentlemen. The Madness Racing League. Who's going to be the lucky contestant number 1 out here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel? We're moments away, ladies and gentlemen, from qualifying. Make sure you slap that like button, press that follow button. There goes Kevin Tankos. He'll do the justice here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Just got done talking about him before the practice set sail and let go. Here we are in the qualifying series. The number 4 Budweiser machine from Hawthorne, New Jersey, of Kevin Tankos, 2-time winner, winning at the New Hampshire Motor Speedway and the Indianapolis Motor Speedway here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel in the Madness Racing League. Down the bottom side of the racetrack for his first lap. That Ford machine looks bad fast down the back straightaway. The 19-year-old stay in the middle of the banking, trying to get a run off turns 4 here. Tracking hard. We'll see where he goes. Kevin Tanko's top board so far. Got the best time. We don't need that. We'll just throw the ticker back up. Kevin Tanko's off turns 3 and 4 for the final time of his qualifying lap here. Where will Kevin Tanko's go? Fastest in practice, top board so far. Here comes the triple deuce of Chris Knighty. Chris Knighty put on a streak here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Put on a show in the Madness Racing, not the Madness Racing League, excuse me, the I-85 Late Model Stock Series. So many streams here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Make sure you're pressing that follow button, pressing that like button. Chris Knighty in the triple deuce, off turns 4. P8 so far. Here comes the number 78 Jordan machine of Showtime Chase Johnson from Greer, South Carolina. 7th fastest in practice down the backstretch. Wherever Mr. Showtime Johnson posts to the top side of the racetrack, trying to turn down. Huge run off turn 4. Where will he boast? Chase Johnson still in the 8th place spot on his 2nd lap. Trying to put the power down. Down the backstretch for the final time from the 78 Jordan machine of Showtime Chase Johnson, down to the bottom side of the racetrack. Can he hug the corner off turns 3 and 4? Chase Johnson trucking time. Chase Johnson stays in the 8th place spot. Here comes the 02 of Nicholas Maynard from Welford, South Carolina, the 22-year-old, and his Menards Maynard Motors machine will stay down the bottom side of the racetrack, down the backstretch. Nicholas Maynard winless here in the Cup Series. 2 wins in the Xfinity Series, winning this past Saturday. 2 weeks ago, excuse me, on the Madness Racing League's Xfinity. P2 for Nicholas Maynard on the board. Here comes the number 13 of Jonathan Smith. 3rd on the board for Jonathan Smith for him. Stays on the bottom side of the racetrack, trying to post a better time. Can he do it? Lifting a little bit early, right underneath the bridge off turns 3. Sliding off the top to the bottom. To the bottom to the top. Jonathan Smith, P6 on the board. That'll do it for the 23 Great Gains machine of John Michael Bryan as well. believe that'll round out the rest of qualifying, ladies and gentlemen. Qualifying's posted here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. We are moments away to set sail, set action for 100 laps for the night event. We'll pull up the qualifying results here. Kevin Tanko's your pole sitter. Nicholas Maynard in 02. Maynard's Motors Menard Machine rounds out the second place spot. Jonathan Smith in his Elite Southern Motorsports number 13 machine will get that third place spot. Tony Cook in the 33 machine will round out the fourth place spot. Blake Hochschild in the number 29 Hochschild Motorsports machine will round out the fifth place spot here. Ladies and gentlemen, we are moments away from them gridding here, as we always do on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. We'll take a moment of silence for the ones that have fallen overseas for us. Stick around, you don't want to miss a thing. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Back here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. There it is. Just getting ready to say. Been underneath the end of qualifying for a brief moment now. Guys begin to load in. We'll get ready to start tonight's starting lineups presented by NapDaddyRacing.com. Get some more to that, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining in on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. We're set for 100 laps of action-packed racing here and the STI Johnson Trucking 100 at the Dover, Delaware Speedway. Well, Dover Motor Speedway, I should say, in Dover, Delaware. The casino on the backstretch. You know where you'll find me after the race, ladies and gentlemen. Moments away. There they are, ladies and gentlemen, just as we expected, loading in here. Get started with tonight's starting lineups, ladies and gentlemen, on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. This is the Madness Racing League Cup Series STI Johnson Trucking 100. Your pole sitter driving the number 4 Budweiser Chevy Camaro from Hawthorne, New Jersey, Kevin Tankos. Starting on the outside of him, on the outside pole, driving the number 02 Maynard Motors Menards Machine. Too many M's in there, from Welford, South Carolina, the kid, the 22-year-old Nicholas Maynard. Rounding out the third place spot from Goldsboro, North Carolina, driving the Nap Daddy Racing number 13 Premier Setups Chevy Camaro, the number 13 Jonathan Smith. On the outside of him, rounding out the fourth place spot, needing a win bad here in the Madness Racing League Cup Series, looking to lock himself in. The front three contestants have already, no, never mind, Nicholas Maynard's up there as well. He's yet to lock himself in as well. I'll take that back. Kevin Tankos is locked in. Tony Cook looking to score something big here at the Dover Speedway. Lock himself in. He'll round out that fourth place spot. Blake Hochschild from Gold Canyon, Arizona will round out the fifth place spot, the number 29 Paint Haas Ford Mustang. Looking to make his debut here in the Cup Series. Looking to make something strong. Nice run here at the Dover Speedway. Chris Knighty and his Triple Deuce Ford's Racing Machine will round out that sixth place spot on the outside from B-Town, Indiana. Striking hot here recently on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Showtime Chase Johnson will round out that eighth place spot on the outside behind Chris Knighty, the Greer, South Carolina guy. Trying to get a win here in the Madness Racing League, yet to be able to do so. John Michael Bryant and his 23 Great Grains Machine from Greer, South Carolina. A couple Carolina kids in the field tonight will round out that eighth place spot. Terry Hughes Jr. from Troy, Alabama, his Menards Machine. Bad fast in practice. The 25-year-old will round out that ninth place spot. Jax Holder making his fourth start here in the Cup Series, driving that number 31. Looks like it's a Ford Vegas or a Ford something machine, Speed Vegas machine. We'll round out the 10th place spot, and Bobby Kyle from Huntersville, Georgia, the 64-year-old, will round out the tail end of the field tonight. We'll jump back up to the front. Peter the pace car should pull in on the pit road here. And we should be set on our way, ladies and gentlemen, for 100 laps of action-packed racing here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. You don't want to miss a thing. Peter the pace car pulls it down. Kevin Tankos brings it to the front. They fire off for green in Dover. Kevin Tankos, Nicholas Maynard out front. Tony Cook rounds out the third place spot early. Jonathan Smith battling, setting in for the fourth place spot. Nicholas Maynard pulls up to the back bumper of Kevin Tankos. Excuse me. We got a battle for the lead here early, lap 1. Blake Hochschild from Gold Canyon, Arizona, making his MRL Cup Series debut. Placing it right here in the 5th place spot. Guys getting single file early here. You gotta give a spare an inch, you name it. No place for error here in Dover. Guys are gonna be battling tough conditions all night. Racetrack hot here tonight. We'll do our first weather report right here as we start the race. Ladies and gentlemen, you see it 82 degrees out here. Track temp about 120. False accurate down there on the track temp. Shades in 3 and 4 all over this great racetrack. Gonna have times to pass and times not to. You're gonna have to spare an inch to the guy behind you. We set for 100 laps here. Jonathan Smith battling hard with Jax Holder for the 4th place spot. Jonathan Smith's going to think better of it, go back down to the middle side of the racetrack, let the 31 of Jax Holder right by. Smart move by him. Kevin Tankos has gotten rid of Nicholas Maynard. Tony Cook on the move up to the 2nd place spot. Tony Cook, the owner of the Home Run Cafe in Greer, South Carolina. 810 North Main Street in Greer, South Carolina, driving the number 33 Skull Machine, and I need to win here in the Cup Series to lock himself in. He's battling hard for the closing point standing allowed on the MRL's Playoff Cup Series. 8 drivers will go from the rest of these guys. 4 of them will be eliminated after 3 races, and 4 will race for the championship at Michigan International Speedway. You can catch all that here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Tony Cook's going to have to settle in early here. He's running down the number 4 of Kevin Tankos. Jonathan Smith loses another spot. Nicholas Maynard falling back as well. Here comes Showtime Chase Johnson. It's T.I. Johnson trucking 100. Chase Johnson's got his name on it. He would love that trophy in his back pocket, looking to lock himself in the Cup Series. We talked about Chase Johnson a lot here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Races in almost every league that we have here. Going live on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. 2 wins in the I-85 Late Model Stock Series. If you paid attention, just came up short several times. Has led an ass ton of laps in the Cup Series. Is currently the Cup Series lap leader. Trying to get that Jordan machine dialed in here as we approach the 10-lap mark. He looks to the bottom side of the number 13 of Jonathan Smith. We'll have a battle for the 5th place spot on our hands. Make sure you get at him, and that's John Michael Bryant, the Boogeyman from Greer, South Carolina. Hides your mom. Her favorite driver's out on the racetrack battling the new guy, the 29 of Paint Hoss Machine, of Blake Hochschild, Jonathan Michael Bryant. He's got to win in the Xfinity Series that you can catch live here this weekend, Saturday night for the season finale. Who will take the final spot at the Phoenix International Raceway in the Xfinity Series? John Michael Bryant won't have to worry. He's already locked himself in. The Triple Deuce, Chris Knighty, just rounding through the field here, giving you a rundown on these great guys out here, competitive, putting on a show for you folks. The Forge Racing Machine from B-Town, Indiana, sparked it up recently. Been able to get some good finishes. You've seen him drive up in the I-85 Late Model Stock Series late, trying to make something shake. Wasn't able to do it. Here he is in the Madness Racing League on the following Monday, trying to make something shake. There he is, the 25-year-old from Troy, Alabama, battling the 64-year-old. Bobby Kyle's not going to back down from Terry Hughes Jr. They're off pace here, way far behind the rest of the field. Tony Cook and Jax Holder. Jax Holder is on the move here. Looking to the inside of the 33 machine of Tony Cook. 14 laps complete here. Kevin Tanko sailed away. They're reeling him in like a catfish. Jax Holder powers down, goes right by the 33. Jax Holder, only his 4th start here in the Cup Series, joined the season midway, but you can do that here in the Madness Racing League. With a win will lock you in. Jax Holder looking to do that, as he has probably no shot getting in on points. If so, he's got to get out front now and get shaking in that Speed Vegas Ford Mustang off turns 2. Chase Johnson slaps the wall right there. Nicholas Maynard and Jonathan Smith battle hard side by side for the 4th place spot. Chase Johnson says, if I got anything to say, I'll say it as well. Nicholas Maynard tight off the corner. He'll jump down in front of the number 78 of Showtime Chase Johnson. Nicholas Maynard down 4 spots. Starting in the 2nd place spot, they'll battle door to door off the corner. Nicholas Maynard, Showtime Chase Johnson. Just 2 weeks ago at the Phoenix International Raceway, Chase Johnson into Nicholas Maynard's night early. Not sure if it was intended for intentional, but Nicholas Maynard definitely has that on the back of the mind. Will he race Chase Johnson different here? Both of them needing wins to lock into the playoffs. Jonathan Smith puts the power down. He'll drive right by the 33 of Tony Cook. Tony Cook's been in the wall. Just talking about that 33 Skull machine of Tony Cook. Just scraped the wall. Showtime Chase Johnson's here. He wants the 4th place spot, excuse me. See if we can't get a good look at that 33 machine off turn 3 here. Not too bad. Definitely battling some handling issues. Chase Johnson will put the power down. He'll drive by him off turns 3 and 4. Door to door down the front stretch into turns 1 and 2. Chase Johnson will sit it in there, get right by him. Nicholas Maynard's got something to say. Jonathan Smith, Showtime Chase Johnson. Chase Johnson trying to settle in here, run down the number 13 of Jonathan Smith, trying to make something shake here in Dover. That's it, 20 laps complete, ladies and gentlemen, in the STI Johnson Trucking 100 for the MRL Cup Series Madness Racing League. Hawthorne's, New Jersey. Kevin Tankos and his number 4 Budweiser machine out front here in Dover. Caution flag is in the air. Jax Holder in the wall, ladies and gentlemen. Let's back that ass up. Is the number 31 of Jax Holder. Just talking about him. Needing to lock himself in here in the closing races of the regular season. Let's take a look here. As the 31 gets sideways off turns 2. Trying to race Jonathan Smith. Let's take a look. Oh, Jax Holder loose. Tear the right front off that race car, ladies and gentlemen. Sliding up there near the fans. Stay away from the fence, folks. Don't put your hands inside. It will go missing. Jax Holder brings out the first caution in the Madness Racing League Cup Series. Kevin Tankos, your race leader here. Not very sure why my overlays aren't working here, ladies and gentlemen. So I apologize for that in advance. So we'll have to stick with what we got here. Kevin Tankos, your race leader here at the Dover Speedway. They'll pull behind Peter the pace car. Will we see pit stops here early, folks? Kevin Tankos, your race leader. Jonathan Smith rounds out that 2nd place spot. Showtime Chase Johnson up 5 spots from his starting spot. That Jordan machine bad fast here in Dover. Kevin Tankos will throw the curveball, stay out on the racetrack. Jonathan Smith will lead him down pit road, followed by Showtime Chase Johnson and Tony Cook. Jonathan Smith will lead him down pit road here. Agonizing 35 miles an hour. Chase Johnson, Tony Cook, Nicholas Maynard, John Michael Bryant. As well, Kevin Tanko is still out on the racetrack. Jonathan Smith will pull into his pit box. Showtime Chase Johnson. Showtime Chase Johnson's guys will hop the right side of the race car. They'll jack it up, put right sides on the car. Over to the left side of the car, they'll jack it up. It'll be 4 tires for the 78 Jordan machine from Greer, South Carolina. Showtime Chase Johnson in a full tank of gas. He's off. Nicholas Maynard, second pit box on pit road. Going to lose 2 spots here. He'll sit there for damage. Jonathan Smith will win the battle off pit road. Nicholas Maynard still on. Here comes Blake Hochschild. John Michael Bryant gets off as well. Here comes the number 81 of Terry Hughes Jr. There he goes. Bobby Kyle will run off the 7th place spot. Nicholas Maynard and Tony Cook must have been on the wall or something as they are stuck on pit road. Nicholas Maynard's off. Tony Cook still sitting there getting damage fixed. 23 laps complete here in the STI Johnson Trucking 100 for the Madness Racing League Cup Series live here in Dover. Don't go anywhere. You don't want to miss a thing right here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. We'll be right back. Cars sure do go skirt her here at the Dover Motor Speedway. We're back here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel live for the Madness Racing League Cup Series. Terry Hughes Jr., Kevin Tankos, and Chase Johnson. Blake Hochschild round out the front 2 rows. Peter the pace car will pull on the pit road. Kevin Tankos, your pole sitter, led them all so far. Will be on the inside. No tires. Showtime Chase Johnson on the outside. He'll fire off. Gets a little loose. Kevin Tango's the 4 car. Him and Showtime Chase Johnson will battle door to door down into turns 1 and 2. Jack's Holder off the racetrack. Here comes John Smith and Tony Cook from the backside. Nicholas Maynard and Terry Hughes battling for the 3rd place spot. Showtime Chase Johnson will blow the doors off the number 4 machine of Kevin Tanko's. Kevin Tanko's not sure what he has in mind there. 3 sets of tires in the pit for these guys on a different strategy, hoping and praying for something on the back end of the race. 26 laps in here. Kevin Tanko's loose down the back stretch. Showtime Chase Johnson from Greer, South Carolina is your race leader as he comes off turns 3 and 4. Coming to 26 laps completed in the STI Johnson Trucking 100. Chase Johnson is the race leader. Here comes the 02 Menards Maynard Motors machine of Nicholas Maynard. He'll pass Kevin Tankos. He's on the run for the race lead. Terry Hughes Jr., Tony Cook battle door to doors into turns 3 and 4. Tony Cook will put the power down, blow right by the number 81 of Terry Hughes Jr. Not too much damage for that 33 machine. He's on a run. Here comes Blake Hochschild, making his MRL Cup Series debut. Riding slowly hard in the top 5 all night long so far. Looking to make something shake. Jonathan Smith on the run on the inside of Terry Hughes Jr. Terry Hughes Jr. did not have the race he wanted 2 weeks ago at the Phoenix International Raceway here in the MRL Cup Series. He got involved in everybody's shenanigans. Troy, Alabama's Terry Hughes Jr. will climb through turns 3 and 1 and 2. Down the backstretch, trying to run down everybody else. John Michael Bryant battling a loose race car, trying to get it to stick to the bottom side of the racetrack. They'll be too wide in front of him. That's no good. John Michael Bryant will have to lift to lose his momentum. Blake Hochschild in the 4th place spot, running away from the rest of the field. Showtime Chase Johnson, your race leader. You see the gap between Showtime Chase Johnson and Nicholas Maynard as they come off turns 3 and 4 here. Showtime Chase Johnson, about a 2.6 second lead over the 0-2 and 33. Here comes Tony Cook. He's battling hard for the second place spot. Not sure if Nicholas Maynard's pacing or Tony Cook's pushing, but matter of fact, they'll be door to door down into turns 3 and 4. Nicholas Maynard to go to the top side of the racetrack. Let the 33 Skull Machine of Tony Cook right by. Go on by, Nicholas Maynard says. Tony Cook needing a win, so does Nicholas Maynard. Everybody in the top 4 needing a race win to lock into the MRL Cup Series playoffs with one race remaining after tonight. Chase Johnson leading laps out front, adding points to his total score already, the current Cup Series points leader. Currently the laps led, adding them on here. He is the lap leader for the season so far with 130-something laps led on the season for Chase Johnson. Just not able to cash it in and bring one home to the bank for a win and lock himself in. Showtime Chase Johnson looking to do that here in the MRL Cup Series STI Johnson Trucking 100. Can he get it done? Tony Cook and his Skull Machine has blown away from the 3rd and 4th place spot of Nicholas Maynard and Blake Hochschild. That Skull Bandit 33 Home Run Cafe machine of Tony Cook is booting and scooting on here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel, charging hard, trying to fight for the race lead. Nicholas Maynard seems to be pacing himself here. We'll see if we can't get a driver input from Nicholas Maynard. There it is, folks. Just playing heartbeat with that pedal, trying to make something shake, save a little bit of something here for the back end of the run. Cannot rely on anybody else's mistake here, especially late in the season. Nicholas Maynard in that 3rd place spot, trying to run down Tony Cook. Jump back here to the back of the field. John Michael Bryant is set in, up 2 spots from where we previously checked. He's got around the 777 of Bobby Kyle from Honorsville, Georgia, driving that BKM racing machine. John Michael Bryant starting to come to life here, 36 laps in to the STI Johnson Trucking 100. He'll look to the inside of Terry Hughes Jr. He'll think better. John Michael Bryant, Terry Hughes Jr. battling it out here at the Dover Speedway. Throw it the battle box here. Battle for the 6th place spot. Door to door here. Can John Michael Bryant get around the number 81? John Michael Bryant loose off the corner. Both of those drivers loose off the corner there. Still green here in Dover. John Michael Bryant looking to make the pass to Boogeyman. The Boogeyman will not clear himself down the backstretch. There he goes into turns 3 and 4. These guys throwing it around, battling hard here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. John Michael Bryant's got that 23 Great Gains machine moving through the field. 39 laps complete. This is the hottest battle on the racetrack so far, folks. Showtime Chase Johnson is pulled away from the rest of the field. He is your current race leader from Greer, South Carolina. You see the 2nd place guy, Tony Cook, Nicholas Maynard, reeling him in like a catfish. Here, fishy, 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 Nicholas Maynard says we're right on board with the 02 Maynard Motors Menard Sheen. Nicholas Maynard, you see him. Take a listen to that throttle plays. He tries to chase down Tony Cook for the 2nd place spot. Seeing the 33 of Tony Cook get loose throughout the corner there. Nicholas Maynard trying to pace it here. Strike when necessary. Terry Hughes Jr.'s got something to say to John Michael Bryant. He'll battle back for the 6th place spot. Terry Hughes Jr. trying to lock himself in. That Bounty Hunter Sim Racing Machines. Bad fast here at Dover. 42 laps complete. John Michael Bryant and that bucked up Great Games Ford Mustang. 2 Ford Mustangs battling out here. Fun fact about the Madness Racing League Cup Series, yet has another manufacturer besides a Chevy Camaro won a race here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel in the Madness Racing League. Showtime Chase Johnson still spoiling the show. His Camaro's out front here. Approaching the 20-lap lead mark for him, Tony Cook. It's been ran down by the 0-2 of Nicholas Maynard. We're approaching the halfway point, ladies and gentlemen. We'll take our first MRL Cup Series fast and loud from the STI Johnson Trucking 100. Take you on board with these guys. Smash that like button the louder it gets. Here we go. John Michael Bryant to the inside of the number 29 of Blake Hochschild. He'll take over the 6th place spot. John Michael Bryant on the move here on the back end of the run. Meanwhile, Nicholas Maynard, that 0-2 Menards Maynard Motors machine, has got around Tony Cook and pulled away. Nicholas Maynard, we've seen his check his throttles, trying to save a little bit of something. But he's yet to have another caution here. Can he run down the race leader, Showtime Chase Johnson? That gap visually getting smaller. Chase Johnson had a 2-point-second interval earlier in the race, down to 1.9 now. Showtime Chase Johnson not looking in that mirror, set out front, got his eyes on the prize, needs to close one here. So does Nicholas Maynard, though. These two guys battling for a spot in the MRL Cup Series playoffs at Dover. Terry Hughes Jr. does a crossover move through turns 2 down the backstretch with John Michael Bryant. These guys been on each other's asses all night long. Showtime Chase Johnson, Nicholas Maynard battling it out here. We're at the halfway point in the STI Johnson Trucking 100. That's the 777 BKM machine of Bobby Kyle, the 64-year-old from Arnersville, Georgia. Looks like he's saved a little something for the back end of this run as he's running down the 81 and 23 machine of John Michael Bryant and Terry Hughes. That'll be BK Bobby Kyle, showing them that the old folks can get it done here. It doesn't matter how old you are, how good you are. Anybody can get it done here in the Madness Racing League. Free to join, free to race. Make sure you press that like button, press that follow button. Terry Hughes Jr., John Michael Bryant door to door. Terry Hughes Jr. like a gnat on the wall to John Michael Bryant will just not go away. John Michael Bryant's going to have to do exactly what that car says and get bucked up out of here. Terry Hughes Jr. though seems to get around the 23. John Michael Bryant will set back in here. Get it rolling. Bobby Kyle all over the back bumper. If he's got something to say, John Michael Bryant will have his hands full here soon. Showtime Chase Johnson, your race leader. Nicholas Maynard closing in on him. Ladies and gentlemen, 54 laps complete here at the Dover Motor Speedway. Nicholas Maynard, the kid, trying to run down Showtime Chase Johnson. Both of them needing a win here in the Madness Racing League Cup Series to lock themselves into the playoffs. Kevin Tankos on pit road. Green flag stops yet to come. Kevin Tankos looks like he'll start him off. He yet to pit on the first time around. Kevin Tankos will arch down pit road. Nicholas Maynard, Chase Johnson still race around the racetrack. This is going to cost Kevin Tankos a lap. Showtime Chase Johnson coming off turns 3 and 4, excuse me. Kevin Tanko's just now getting to his pit stall. He'll go a lap down to the number 78 of Showtime Chase Johnson. Pit stops are on their way here in Dover Motor Speedway in Dover, Delaware. They come off the back stretch, ladies and gentlemen, underneath the Ally Bridge into turns 3 and 4. Through the casino, down the back stretch. You know where to find me after the race. Nicholas Maynard slowly inching that gap up for that race lead. Down to half a second from 1.9. The kid, Nicholas Maynard, got something saved on the back end of the run. Can he put it together? Here comes Jonathan Smith. He's closing the gap. 3 Carolina kids battle it out here in Dover, Delaware. John Michael Bryant gets rid of Terry Hughes Jr., that thorn out of his side. Now he's got Bobby Kyle all over the back of him. Bobby Kyle not going to let John Michael sleep it easy here in Dover. Chase Johnson gets in the wall. Here comes Nicholas Maynard. Battle for the race lead. Showtime Chase Johnson got out front. Tire strategy in effect here. Nicholas Maynard, Chase Johnson, battle here in Dover. This is going to be epic, folks. John Michael Bryant gets around Bobby Kyle. Nicholas Maynard looks to the inside of the number 78 of Showtime Chase Johnson. Chase Johnson will go down the bottom side of the racetrack, look below the number 02. Nicholas Maynard gets tight off the corner. Cross the line. Your new race leader, Nicholas Maynard, out front here in Dover. 40 laps remain in the STI Johnson Trucking 100. Nicholas Maynard will slam the door shut on Showtime Chase Johnson. Nicholas Maynard looking to get a win here in the Cup Series, lock himself in. Showtime Chase Johnson trying to do the same. If he's got anything to say, these two have history. 2 weeks ago, the Phoenix International Raceway, Showtime Chase Johnson ended Nicholas Maynard's night early. 36 laps into the Phoenix race. Nicholas Maynard has not forgotten. For sure it has to be on the backside of his head. Showtime Chase Johnson here battling back forward for the race lead. Showtime Chase Johnson's already proved to Nicholas Maynard he cares less and he'll do what it takes. Door to door across the line, 62 laps complete. What a battle for the race lead here, ladies and gentlemen, on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. That's Showtime Chase Johnson and the kid, Nicholas Maynard. Nicholas Maynard scrapes the wall. They'll be door to door. Here comes Jonathan Smith looking 3 wide. Off turns 3 and 4. Nicholas Maynard still the race leader. Jonathan Smith's got something to say. Chase Johnson gets loose. Tony Cook brought it on pit road. He brings and starts the green flag, stops. He was on regular strategy. Tony Cook, 4 tires and a fresh tank of gas is what I'm seeing on my ticker. Green flag pit stops approaching us very shortly. Tony Cook started him. Will it work for him? With 47 laps remaining here, Nicholas Maynard still out front. We'll pull up the pit stop strategy here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. You see it right there as they run. Maynard, Johnson, Smith, Hughes, Kyle, Bryant, Hochschild, and Cook. Everybody in the top 7 have pitted on the same lap. Tony Cook right there in that 8th place spot. You seen him just pit 4 laps ago. Will he have enough time to make something shake? Showtime Chase Johnson looking to the inside of Nicholas Maynard. Nicholas Maynard stays on the bottom side of the racetrack. He'll shut the door again once more on the number 78 of Showtime Chase Johnson. They'll power down the back straightaway. Showtime Chase Johnson under attack by Jonathan Smith. That 78 Tar Heels machine just don't have anything left in it. It's out front early. Blake Hochschild on pit road. Welford, South Carolina's Nicholas Maynard out front here in Dover. When will he bring it down pit road? When will the green flag start? Excuse me, here comes Tony Cook battling back, trying to get unlapped. Start of the green flag pit stops. He's not giving an inch move out of the way. Number 33 of Tony Cook, we seen him, brought it down pit road just 3 short laps ago. On the tear, trying to get around the race leader of Nicholas Maynard and unlap himself. He'll do so. Nicholas Maynard will move to the top side of the racetrack. Tony Cook back on the lead lap, trying to chase down the race leader. He's got to come all back around. Will the green flag stop work for Tony Cook? He should cycle out to the race lead whenever Nicholas Maynard decides to come down. But Jonathan Smith, Chase Johnson battle hard for the second place spot. Who's going to start the green flag pit stops here in Dover? Nicholas Maynard down the backstretch. Comfortable lead over to number 13 of Jonathan Smith and Showtime Chase Johnson. The 0-2 machine of Nicholas Maynard saved something on the back end of this run. And that car hooked up great in the middle, bottom side of the corner. Up off the corner he goes. That Maynard Motors Penske Menards 0-2 machine stays down on the bottom side of the racetrack through 1 and 2. Look very gripped up behind the Sunoco Raceway sign. Down the back straightaway underneath the Ally Bridge. John Michael Bryant in the 6th place spot, up 3 spots from the current restart he was in. Gets around the number 29 of Blake Hochschild. Blake Hochschild will be a lap down, trying to unlap himself. You've seen him bring it down to pit road. Nicholas Maynard leads them comfortably here at Dover. Single file, tires are falling off at a rapid pace. Kevin Tankos stayed out on an opposite strategy as everybody else. It's costing him right now as there are 30 laps remaining in the race. With the caution flag, hasn't flown since lap 20. Kevin Tankos had to bring it down. Plenty of laps into the run, just not sure if he's going to be able to get it down. 2 laps down. Kevin Tankos, Tony Cook back on the lead lap, trying to run down the rest of these guys on fresh tires, not making any ground up. Nicholas Maynard into turns 3 and 4. The race leader to the top side of the racetrack. He'll arc the corner back down. Jonathan Smith closes the gap. Jonathan Smith on his way behind Nicholas Maynard, trying to make something shake here and win his 2nd race of the Cup Series. Jonathan Smith won at Texas Motor Speedway, 2nd race on the year. From Goldsboro, North Carolina. Make sure you check him out at www.napdaddyracing.com for all your paint scheme liveries, needs, and wants. Nicholas Maynard, your race leader. Smith in 2nd, Johnson in 3rd, and Hughes Jr. in 4th. Bobby Kyle in the 5th place spot with Bryant rounding out the tail end on the lead lap with Bobby Kyle just unlapping himself. He'll be behind John Michael Bryant. Get around the 23 machine of John Michael Bryant. When will Nicholas Maynard bring him down pit road for green flag pit stops? All these guys have yet to pit for the 2nd time. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the STI Johnson Trucking 100 live on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Make sure you press that follow button. Make sure you press that live button. Nicholas Maynard and Jonathan Smith battle hard again here for the race lead. The Carolina kids can't stay out of the top 5. Nicholas Maynard out on pit road. Just asked about it. There's your answer, the kid. And there will follow Showtime Chase Johnson. Jonathan Smith will be your race leader here, folks. Nicholas Maynard, the race leader, brings him down pit road. Green flags are under our way. The first stops here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel all season long. Problem after problem normally. Jonathan Smith, your race leader, into turns 3 and 4. Nicholas Maynard, and he'll bring it down the pit road as well. That'll cycle Nicholas Maynard back out to the race lead. Tony Cook should come around. Turns 3 and 4, if he'll get it, he'll be able to pull away from the rest of these guys. Nicholas Maynard will jump into his box. Those guys will hop the wall. They'll jack up the right side of the race car, put 2 right side Goodyear tires on it. Over to the left side of the wall will be 1 tank of gas, 2 tanks of gas. Nicholas Maynard jacked up on the left side. Fitted left side Goodyear tires for Nicholas Maynard. He's off. He'll beat Showtime Chase Johnson off pit road. Nicholas Maynard's got to go if he's going to go now. Tony Cook, your race, John Michael Bryant, your race leader at the current moment. Strategies up in the air with 25 laps remaining. Who's going to get it? John Michael Bryant needing a win here in the Cup Series. There's Tony Cook coming off turns through. John Michael Bryant on the opposite side. Can Tony Cook run down John Michael Bryant? He's got a haul ass now. Jonathan Smith out of pit road as well. There's Nicholas Maynard. Was the race leader before green flag pit stops. He'll pass Jonathan Smith. That's who he was racing for the second, for the race lead. Jonathan Smith's got to get up to speed. Here comes Showtime Chase Johnson fighting hard. John Michael Bryant currently registered as the race leader. Tony Cook on the back stretch. John Michael Bryant will get passed by the number 02 of Nicholas Maynard. Excuse me, that'll be Tony Cook, the race leader. They did a re-register here as John Michael Bryant gets put a lap down once again. Nicholas Maynard trying to run down Tony Cook. That'll be his shot and opportunity to get his lap back here at the Dover Speedway. The laps are winding down. Tony Cook, the race leader here, needing a win in the Madness Racing League. That'll be John Michael Bryant down on pit road, bringing it in. Tony Cook, your race leader here in the STI Johnson Trucking 100, needing a win to lock himself into the Madness Racing League Cup Series playoffs. Make sure you check him out at 810 North Main Street in Greer, South Carolina at the Home Run Cafe. Get all your hot dogs and hamburger needs. Tony Cook came in about 7 laps before, about 8 laps before the rest of these guys. Will it pay off for him? 22 laps remain here. Nicholas Maynard throw it up into an action. Shot cam off turns 4 now. Tony Cook into turn 2. You see the gap. Can Nicholas Maynard close the gap up? That'll be John Michael Bryant in the 23 machine off of pit road. Tony Cook, your race leader. Nicholas Maynard trying to run him down. John Smith right behind him. Showtime Chase Johnson trying to keep himself in the picture. He'll have something to say. Close it out. He led a bunch of laps here tonight. Nicholas Maynard coming up on lap traffic with the number 777 of Bobby Kyle, driving that BKM machine down into turns 1 and 2. Bobby Kyle move up the racetrack. Just let Nicholas Maynard go by. Nicholas Maynard will hold his hand out the window. Appreciate that, BK. Bobby Kyle down into turns 3 and 4 underneath the Ally Bridge. Tony Cook, your race leader, folks. We'll see the gap. You see it right there. Nicholas Maynard closing it to the same straightaway. Laps are peeling off. Not sure if it's going to get there. Tony Cook, you better run, boy, run. About a 4/10 lap second here between the race leader of Tony Cook, trying to get raced down by Nicholas Maynard. Nicholas Maynard's closing it up even more. There it is. Terry Hughes Jr. will come off pit road, unlap himself around the 33 of Tony Cook. He's riding around the 7th place spot right now. No action from him tonight. Just trying to keep it in one piece. Score some points here. Riding around that 7th place spot. Can he run down the number 29 of Blake Hochschild, who's making his MRL Cup Series debut tonight? Keeping it quiet. Run around the top 5 spot all night long. Trying to score some points here in the Madness Racing League with 16 laps remaining. Coming to 16 laps remaining. Currently sitting in that final 10 points paying spot. Tony Cook knows where everybody wants to be. They're closing the gap up even more. Here they come. Tony Cook out front on a different strategy than the rest of the field. Will throw up the pit stop lap one more time. You see it right there. Maynard comes 1 lap before Jonathan Smith. Johnson follows Maynard on the pit road. Hochschild hasn't pitted since lap 64. Brandon Hughes, excuse me. That'll be Terry Hughes Jr., driver the number 81, will be pitted on lap 74, so not long ago. Bobby Kyle as well. Kevin Tankos hasn't pitted since lap 53, suffering the consequences on the back end of this run, but Nicholas Maynard will get around Tony Cook, the race leader. Nicholas Maynard back out front. Green flag has cycled out. The green flag pit stops here at the Dover Speedway. 14 agonizing laps remaining. That's 14 miles here, this mile-long raceway. Nicholas Maynard and Jonathan Smith battle it out for the win here. Showtime Chase Johnson's trying to stay in the picture. He's got something to say, needing a win here in the Cup Series. Nicholas Maynard and Jonathan Smith will pull up underneath the 4 of Kevin Tanko's lap traffic. Kevin Tanko will stay to the top side, let him by. Jonathan Smith battling hard with Nicholas Maynard, the kid. Nicholas Maynard trying to win his way into the MRL Cup Series playoffs. Currently locked in on points, but wants to lock himself guaranteed with the win. The 0-2 machine down on the bottom side of the racetrack, trying to keep it together here. 12 laps remaining in Dover. We'll take one final break here. Battle for the race lead in Dover between Nicholas Maynard and John Smith. You don't want to go anywhere as we approach the 10 laps to go mark here in the STI Johnson Trucking 100. We'll be right back. Press that follow button. Slap that like button. You don't want to miss a thing. Welcome back into the STI Johnson Trucking 100 here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel, live from the Dover, Delaware, in the Madness Racing League Cup Series, STI Johnson Trucking 100. Under the break there, you've seen the number 02 of Nicholas Maynard and Jonathan Smith. They're door-to-door battling here for the race win in Dover. Nicholas Maynard needing one to lock himself into the MRL Cup Series playoff. Jonathan Smith looking for his second win on the season, all over the back bumper through lap traffic. Nicholas Maynard driving that Maynard's Motors Menards, triple M, M's everywhere all over that car, trying to make something shake. 6 laps remaining in the STI Johnson Trucking 100. Jonathan Smith will look to the back bumper. Nicholas Maynard can't quite get there. Nicholas Maynard stays on the bottom side, up off turn 2. What a show here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel in the Madness Racing League Cup Series, STI Johnson Trucking 100. Nicholas Maynard just ran a 24.30. Jonathan Smith ran a 24.21. Jonathan Smith faster right on this back straightaway. Will he make a move? Nicholas Maynard through turns 3 and 4. 5 laps remaining. Nicholas Maynard trying to hold on to a playoff hope. Can he do it? Jonathan Smith all over the back bumper. Showtime Chase Johnson battling it out with a lap car of Bobby Kyle. Just trying to piece it home, hoping for trouble in front of him. Battle for the race lead with 4 laps to go. It'll be Maynard and Jonathan Smith, 2 Carolina kids, here at Dover. Battle of who saved the most. 24.3 for Nicholas Maynard that last lap. Jonathan Smith 24.4. Nicholas Maynard about a 10th faster that last lap. 3 laps remaining, coming to 2 in the STI Johnson Trucking 100. Nicholas Maynard has put a little gap between him and Jonathan Smith. Jonathan Smith could be possibly backing up. Will he have something to say? White flag next time around. Nicholas Maynard, we've seen him win at the Iowa Speedway 2 weeks ago here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel in the Madness Racing League Xfinity Series, scoring his second win on the season in the Xfinity Series, trying to get his first in the Cup Series. Nicholas Maynard brings it to the white flag. White flag is in the air. Jonathan Smith's going to have to do everything in the book right here to get it done. Will he get to the back bumper of the number 02 of Nicholas Maynard? Nicholas Maynard's down the back stretch into turns 3 and 4 for the final time. Off turns 3 and 4, Nicholas Maynard will coast it off turns 4. And Nicholas Maynard will walk it off and score a win here at Dover Speedway. Lock himself into the Madness Racing League Cup Series playoffs in the STI Johnson Trucking 100. Live here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. What a race, folks. Second place heartbreaker goes to Jonathan Smith, already locked in with a win at the Texas Motor Speedway, but Nicholas Maynard locks himself in, needing that. What a performance from the Welford, South Carolina kid. The 22-year-old puts on a show here in his Maynard Motor 02 machine. Chase Johnson rounds out the 3rd place spot. He'll come and congratulate Nicholas Maynard as well. Terry Hughes Jr. on the backstretch. Showtime Chase Johnson will bring it down on the pit road. Nicholas Maynard, you're a race winner in Dover. He'll spin the car around, do his oh-so-traditional salute to the crowd. Ladies and gentlemen, Nicholas Maynard, your race winner here in the Madness Racing League Cup Series, STI Johnson Trucking 100. What an absolute performance from Nicholas Maynard, the kid. Started in the 2nd place spot, fell off early, folks. Caution comes out, able to save his tires. Tires pay it off for him. He runs through the field from the 6th place spot to run down the race leader of Showtime Chase Johnson, who did oh so damn good again. Slips out of his hand here. Will have the most laps led on the race. Showtime Chase Johnson will come up short in the 3rd place spot. Nicholas Maynard walks it off in Dover and wins here in Dover in the STI Johnson Trucking 100 and locks himself in. The Maynard Motors guys on pit road jumping around, happy, celebrating. Nicholas Maynard will turn it around. Bring it back around to the start-finish line and burn it down for you folks here on the Booty Scooter Racing channel. Slap that like button, press that follow button. Nicholas Maynard and Jonathan Smith just put on a hell of a show for you folks. Nicholas Maynard grabs the win here in Dover and locks himself into the MRL Cup Series playoff, winning the STI Johnson Trucking 100. From Welford, South Carolina, your race winner, Nicholas Maynard. Blows the engine. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Nicholas Maynard, your race winner here in Dover International Speedway. We'll throw up the race results here. Ladies and gentlemen, Nicholas Maynard and his 02 Maynard Motors machine from Welford, South Carolina will bring it home for the race win. Jonathan Smith from Goldsboro, North Carolina rounds out the second place spot. His elite Southern Motorsports machine. Showtime Chase Johnson has another one slip from his hands here in Dover. Not going to be happy with that. Needing a win here in the late ends. He is currently the point sitter. We'll have to see 2 weeks from now where he currently sits. I believe he should be in a good spot here, paying out in that 30-point spot. Tony Cook brings home, excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, Tony Cook will bring home that 4th place spot in his 33 Skull machine. Threw off a strategy, threw a home run cafe, threw a Hail Mary. Try to get it out there, get the race win, just wasn't able to do it. Tony Cook still winless here in the Madness Racing League. Been on a streak here, though. Terry Hughes Jr. stays out of trouble. Unlike 2 weeks ago in the Madness Racing League, he will finish out the 5th place spot, gaining the final 10 spots. 10 points paying out spot. Bobby Kyle brings it home in the 6th place spot, a lap down. His 777 machine was bad fast, just not handling quite to his ability. Blake Hochschild in the 29 Hochschild Motorsports machine finishes a lap down. Ran in the top 5 all night long. Just got out of a pit stop strategy sequence there. Wasn't able to have enough laps to make something shake there in the end. Blake Hochschild, ladies and gentlemen, finishes in the 7th place spot. The Boogeyman, your mom's favorite driver, driving his 23 J Money Motorsports machine, rounds out the 8th place spot, a lap down. Kevin Tankos as well. Goes off strategy, big time, stays out when everybody else pits. Cost him the race lead, cost him possibly a chance at the win here. Rush Motorsports 4 machine of Kevin Tankos will round out the 9th place spot. Chris Knighty, his Ford's Racing Triple Deuce machine, finishes 59 laps down after electrical issues inside the cockpit. Jax Holder brought out the only caution of tonight's race, finishes 78 laps down. Blows a right front tire, breaks the toe link, gets hard into the wall. Brings out the caution, the only caution here in the STI Johnson Trucking 100. Ladies and gentlemen, Nicholas Maynard, your race winner here in the MRL Cup Series STI Johnson Trucking 100. Press that follow button, slap that like button. You don't want to miss a thing. We're live here Saturday night for the Madness Racing League Xfinity Series at Phoenix International Raceway. Don't go nowhere. Press that follow button. We'll see you again.